welcome to my weekly energy update. And for this week, it is actually our full moon report. My name is Jessica Alstrom, and I am the creator of Transcendence International Consciousness Academy. We are a global force of quantum spiritual teachings here at TICA, which is what we call ourselves. And we have a very big team working on all these awesome upgrades right now to bring us all of these cool changes. You're probably aware that we are going on tour, so I'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of our report today. Really exciting times, really exciting times. You know, to me, what Pisces represents is that dreamy, super sophisticated, romantic energy. And as we have moved through the gateway of the eclipse, it's almost like we're on the other side of the new world now. And now we have to kind of get our feet wet and ground ourselves. And how do we make a big impact with that? And what the quantum approach to me, when I'm reading astrology reports or tapping into them or tapping into the collective, to me what it means is, from a quantum perspective, where are we focused? Because in quantum physics, your focus determines your reality. And in the virtual reality game of the Earth hologram, your belief systems create your reality. So right now, when we're moving into these hyper sensitive times, because that's really what fifth dimension is, it's a really hypersensitive time, which means everything that you do, say, think, will, act out, pretty much shows the universe who you're identifying yourself with. So how you're showing up is pretty much what is showing back to you. And sometimes if you look at your behavior, you can really find out where your subconscious mind is vibrating at what frequency, because our behavior sometimes does not match our desires. It doesn't match our thinking. It doesn't match who we say we are. It's the old truth of, you know, look at someone's actions versus their words. And as we move through this new paradigm, we're asked to be truly authentic. We're asked to be truly transparent. We're asked to let go of all the secrets and the shame and the guilt of who we weren't before and step into the opportunity of what we could be. So in quantum theory, it is all about choice, it is about focus, it is about determination, and it is about action. Because it is action that basically brings everything into the physical realm. It brings everything into form. So what does it mean to be truly abundant on this side of the paradigm? Well, to me, what it means is the ability to be free, to be authentic, to be present, to be beautiful if that's what you choose, to be wealthy if that is your heart's desire, to be in the most wonderful, intimate relationships that you can create, powerful partnerships, businesses, careers, philosophy, intentions, art, music, sound, dance. That's really where we're heading to as a global collective, and being totally free to represent ourselves in who we are. Basically, it's kind of like we get to return to childhood, but we get to return to childhood where we get to create our own reality from a very conscious place. And it's when you were a child, you didn't really get to create necessarily from that conscious place, because you had everyone around you directing who you were allowed to be, what you were allowed to think, what you were supposed to eat and do, and how you were supposed to play or not play. There was a lot of limits. And as we move into the shift, we're kind of letting go of all those limits. And we're letting go of all of those false truths. So really the time is now for us all to step into the imagination and act it out. So it's no longer an imagination and sitting dreaming and daydreaming out the window of what could be. It is about taking those dreams and putting them into action, because the universe will support you in all of that right now. We're on the other side, so it's action equals intention, manifestation. So before, it was like this long, drawn-out way so that we manifested. We thought really hard, and then we had to change all these belief systems, and then we had to act it out, and then we had to wait. And now that we're on the other side, it is really about feel and act. Feel and act, feel and act. And if you can do that, then what you will see is that the universe is going to basically reward the mirror reflection of who you are being. It's also going to reward what you're not being. And what that means is the mirror is a double reflection, means whatever you're resisting or projecting is going to manifest. And it's going to manifest very quickly. So in the new energy with this dreamy Pisces full moon right now, it's actually going to be full on the 26th, which is, I believe it's Sunday. You know, full moons are all about the manifestation of the month. So whatever you kind of threw into your intention in the beginning has kind of grown and percolated and become. So you're going to be stepping into basically the Sunday of everything that you were kind of hoping for or maybe resisting towards the end of the month. So what does that look like? I believe as a light worker community that we are all deserving of abundance, whatever that looks like to you. Whether it's just the ability to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, with whom you want to do it, or do you want to create something global, something big? Well, that's what we're doing here at Quantum Life, is we have decided to go big or go home. So we are really coming out of the closet with all of these amazing teachings that we've been waiting to deliver for basically the last 5 years. Me as a teacher, I've been teaching quantum theory basically on a spiritual level for the past 5 years in my wellness centers, online, in my Tika academies, on Facebook coaching groups, on YouTube, which a lot of you, that's where you have found me. And now I'm really kind of stepping out into the stage, and instead of teaching, really what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how to step into the truth of who you are by activating your own DNA. And the DNA that basically awaits your command within you is literally waiting on your command, which means that the potential to become superhuman is literally just a few thoughts and feelings away. Because your DNA was designed to move all the way through the expansion process, through the ascension process, and fully materialize in this lifetime if that's what you choose. That's what the teachings of the ascension are. So how do we do that? Well, first we got to let go of what we're not. We've got to let go of the guilt and the shame. We've got to stop stopping because of those feelings. We've got to stop moving forward, or start moving forward instead of moving back because of what we're feeling, which means that it is really time for us to stop looking at the past and start looking at potential. Start looking at what we could create if the past didn't exist, because really, the only place the past exists is in your mind. And the hologram of your mind also contains characters of who you were in the past, which is why when you level up, you always reattract your past. When you step into the spotlight for the first time, that's when you get attacked. That's when the support disappears. People who've been your friends for 30 years are nowhere in sight. When you finally take the center stage and say, I'm going to be on the stage of my own reality. I'm going to be the leading role of my own perspective. And people turn their back on you. That's part of the leveling up process, because you're moving into a new paradigm where it's about you standing in your own on your own 2 feet, with your heart exposed, with a thick skin, knowing that it is your job to love you, it is your job to be the hero, but it is also your job to live your fullest potential. Because if you can live your fullest potential, then you're giving people permission to live theirs. It kind of has a double effect. You're either giving people to live their potential by witnessing you living your own, or you're going to trigger them. And that means you're going to plant a seed. They're going to say, well, how come she can do it? How come he can do it? But how come I can't do it? So you're going to plant that seed within them that's just going to keep their mind working. Because anytime the brain asks a question, it definitely wants an answer. So they say, well, yeah, why can't I do it? And you've helped them awaken in that way. So it's time for you to really go out and find your deep, watery imagination, abundant dreams, and just start acting them out. Start acting them out in any way that you can, because the energy of this full moon will really take you and support you. The last of the summer sun is going to help you kind of shift into the fall, and it'll help you fall right in to where it is you want to be. So I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the tour as we wrap tonight, just because I've had so many people reach out and ask about it. Basically, what we're doing here at Quantum Life is we are going on tour all over the world at precise different locations, and we are going to do global activations. And what that means is we're going to be for 3 days doing full-blown DNA activations on 3 to 5 or 1,000 people, and that is going to basically ricochet and spread out throughout the world. So, and how we're going to do that is we're going to use sound and dance and celebration. We're going to bring forth the magic of what is already inside us, so that we can create a celebration. Because if you really truly understand manifestation, it is about acting as if. acting as we are already on the other side. As we have already created the heaven on earth, that's what we're going to be partying about and basically portraying during this global activation. And we have got some tricks up our sleeves. We're bringing in the Tesla energies from some very powerful people that have been working on this stuff for years and years. We've got some seers so that we can hold more light. And then we've got music and dance and ceremony and activations planned. So if you guys have any questions about that, you can always reach out to us, but the link will be provided for you in this live video. And I hope to see you on the tour in Miami, because it holds several amazing treasures that will all be exposed to you guys very soon. Thank you guys for joining me in this live video. I want to thank my team for all of that they're doing. They're creating a beautiful backdrop for us to play in the arts of teaching. So have a great night. Have an amazing full moon. Milk this energy. Live in this romantic dream state of your own abundance. You deserve it. You are worthy. You are safe to have it. And you're valuable enough to create whatever it is you want. Thanks, guys.